Alright guys, this is Rod with Rock Jam Guitar, and today we're going to be doing some sort of Blues 101 lesson here. We're going to be taking care of 3 blues patterns, and then we're going to be using a scale to create some bluesy licks. So let's get to it. So for the first one, we're going to use our first finger and place it on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then with our right hand we're going to be strumming on the D string and on the open A string. And we're going to be playing that twice. And then after that we're going to use our 3rd finger on the left hand and place it on the 4th fret of the D string and still play the open A. And we're going to be playing that twice as well. So it's going to be, and then we're going to go back and forth with that. That would be the A pattern there. Now if you want to do the D, all that you have to do is go 1 string down. So we're going to be pressing frets number 2 and 4 on the G string and playing the open D string. And you can also go all the way up and press frets number 2 and 4 on the A string and play the open E. So we have so far A, D, and E. And then just to put this in some sort of order, we're gonna do A 4 times, D twice, back to A 2 more times, then on the E once, to the D once, back to A once, and then back to the E 1 more time. This is gonna be a 12-bar blues, so here goes. That would be pattern number 1. Now for pattern number 2, it's basically the same idea. We're just gonna go a little bit further with our left hand here. Instead of just pressing frets number 2 and 4, we're also gonna be using our 4th finger to press fret number 5. So it's gonna go. And you can use that same idea of playing 4 times on A, 2 times on D, back to A 2 times, go to the E, back to the D, back to the A, back to the E. And that's pattern number 2. Now for pattern number 3, we're gonna do it slightly different. We're not gonna be strumming 2 strings at the same time. We're just gonna start with an open A, then 2nd fret of the D, 4th fret of the D, back to the 2nd fret of the D. So it's gonna be, can do that same idea. So those are the 3 patterns that you can jam with. Now if you have a friend that plays guitar, then you can teach that to your friend and you can actually play some scales, do some sort of licks, some sort of short solos there. A good scale that's gonna work really well for that is the A Bluesy Scale, which is gonna be this one. If we go super slow here, we have 5th fret of the low E, 8th fret, 5th fret of the A, 6th fret of the A, 7th fret of the A, 5th fret of the D, 7th fret of the D, 5th fret of the G, 7th fret of the G, 8th fret of the G, 5th fret of the B, 8th fret of the B, 5th fret of the high E, and then 8th fret of the high E. Create 4 little leads here so you can get started with your solos, and the first one is gonna sound like this, which is really nothing more than 7th fret of the D, 5th fret of the G, 7th fret of the G, 8th fret of the G, 7th fret of the G, 5th fret of the G, and 7th fret of the D. Little vibrato there at the end. Okay, second one, we're gonna start with the 7th fret of the D, 7th fret of the G, and 5th fret of the G. And you can repeat that as many times as you want. Third one, 8th fret of the high E, 5th fret of the high E, 8th fret of the B, 5th fret of the B, 8th fret of the G, 7th fret of the G, and then twice on the 5th fret of the G. Little vibrato at the end. And then the last one that we're going to be doing today, we're going to start with the 7th fret of the G string, a little bend there, then 5th fret of the B, and 5th fret of the high E. And then you can mix all of those licks into each other. And it's gonna sound really cool. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you guys next time.